My name is Dr. Rick Saguil.
And action. Hey, Jay had a... This is Kirk, man. And action. Hey, everyone. It is Dr. Rick. And Rita had a question on pump bump. Pump bump is also known in scientific terms as Hagelin's deformity. But nobody ever remembers that long name. Everybody remembers pump bump. But if this is the first time you're finding me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the thumbs up, if you can slam that, as the young YouTubers say. That would be great because it changes the way I can keep up with my videos. So there is a monetization, but it's like $100 a month. So, I mean, it's better than nothing. I can buy camera equipment. I can feed the poor. So I don't think I can buy a Porsche just yet at that price. However, it helps. Anyway, so Hagelin's deformity. Pump bumps, you will know them because I believe they called it that a long time ago, which is very sexist because women wear very pretty shoes, but they are the worst things available for feet. Feet are supposed to be able to take cushion, take trauma, and distribute force. Now, if we have an overweight society, that's going to be a lot of force to distribute, and your feet are going to get bigger or swollen or arthritic. But sometimes one of the things and the ways, if you have excessively tight or excessively loose shoes or the wrong shoes for the job, which I'll explain in a second, you might be causing excessive friction, and with excessive friction, the body doesn't like that, and the body reacts, and this is how it reacts. So this is a foot from the side, big toe, first MTP joint, and then the calcaneus or the os calcis. That's the heel bone. Heel bone's supposed to be very strong. I remember watching an MMA fight way back when with Marco Ru, I forget his name, but he was a slim guy, but he was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. When he got wrapped around by bigger guys, because they didn't have weight classes back then, he would just take his heel and stomp on the guy's foot. And I thought, ooh, that's a great move. But if you're not ready for it with your heel, it'll hurt your heel. If you are ready for it, you can put a lot of force right into somebody else's other foot, and that's going to hurt them, throw off their balance. They won't be able to stand properly and mount their response, and then you can push them over, kind of. Anyway, so the heel bone is really strong. This is supposed to be ankle bone, or the fibula tibia. However, there's this thing here called the Achilles tendon, and it goes along the backside and inserts into calcaneus. That's usually, and then down here there's a plantar fascia. This guy's flat-footed, by the way. It's supposed to be an arch like that, but if there's not, we'll take care of that. Actually, I have a video on plantar fasciitis. And then right here, this blue thing, if you can notice blue, that's the bursa. So what I did was I enlarged the picture down here. So this is the bone right here, exactly that. And then this is a sac of fluid called a bursa. And bursa, or sac of fluid, is a balloon. It's a collapsed balloon. So if you take a balloon, fill it with water, not to the point where it's totally tight, but you fill a balloon with water and you push it down on a table, it pans out like a pancake. And that's what this is. It's a pancake of fluid. And the bursa's fluid is very slippery. So this is supposed to allow a little bit of on top of this rough bone, because if you've ever seen bone under a microscope, it's very rough, like coral. So to have a very delicate tendon under tension, because this thing comes back from the Achilles, which is under tremendous amounts of tension, and it puts it into a curve. And if you put a curve microscopically on top of a piece of coral, you're going to cause tearing to this tendon. So how do you offset that? You keep the insertion down here, but you put this sac of fluid here. And this works as a lubricant. So if you've ever taken a balloon, I don't know if this is a common thing, but you ever taken a balloon or any kind of elastic thing that's full of oil or water, and you compress it, you can roll it around the table because it just forms, it just keeps its form, and it's slippery. Well, this sac of fluid is the same thing, so it allows you to go up and down with the tendon without rubbing against the bone. So if for some reason the tendon is put under duress, and imagine this as a band, and I pull on the band even tighter, or I press on the band from the outside with terrible shoes, ill-fitting boots. I've taken many people on hikes, and I'll mention this in a second too, and the wrong kind of boots that are trying to be broken in right at the hike is not the way. You're going to get blister. So that's called hot spots. You have to work the hot spots out. Like in REI, if you go to REI, there's this little stepping thing with a handle. You're supposed to check out how the feet do in your shoes, either going up or going down. And you'll see that there has to be a little bit of leeway. You can kind of play around with the laces, but if you just have regular shoes and you're on, say, beach or sand, although it's comfy, after a couple miles, you're getting a lot of shear force in the boot and or shoe, and you're going to put a little dent right here. Oh, well, you put excessive amount of force here, so what the bursa tries to do, it reacts to that force by pushing back, by making more fluid. If you get this bursa to the point where it makes too much fluid because it's reacting to the pressure, the bursa will become irritated. Bursitis. Isn't that interesting? I make interesting out of boring. But then you have bursitis, then eventually it'll feel like it's sort of knotted and like it's rock hard, like it's bone, but it's not really bone. That's bone. This bursa just becomes so full of fluid that it becomes hard. We can press it on the outside. It might turn colors and turn white. It might even look red. It might look hot or it might feel hot. But usually that bursa is getting full to the max. And then it doesn't act as a slippery element anymore. It's just popping full. And then it just gives the tendon the friction that the bursa is trying to take care of. It just translates the friction to the tendon, and then the tendon becomes injured. So you have to be careful with Haglund's deformity or pump bump, regardless of whether you use pumps, whether you wear bad shoes, you're trying to break in hiking shoes, whether you are on ice and you're kind of slippery, whether you're at the beach with sandals. I guess a lot of us will experience blisters with new shoes. Imagine no blister, but blister is a problem on the outside. The outside of the skin's over here. But imagine a blister on the inside. That's painful, and that's got to be dealt with, and that's the way the body does it. So it increases the fluid and gives you a bursitis, and then the mechanism doesn't work anymore to protect. It actually prevents movement, and it worsens. But that's the body's way to say, hey, dummy, get off of the foot, or get a pair of new shoes, or go see my friend Gary Kasmer, the foot doctor. So we're going to have Rita see my friend, Gary Kasmer, the foot doctor, hopefully using ice, turmeric, maximum dose, maybe CBD, and decreasing the need for walking. It'll decrease in size, but if not, then Dr. Kasmer, the podiatrist, will take care of her. So while on another note, I am holding a hiking excursion. I just did a video on the rules for my excursion this year. For those of you who went to Ignite Your Life, I announced that we're going to have an excursion to Colorado, August 28th, 29th, and 30th, just to give us a good amount of time in case it rains. One of these days should be okay. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. One of these days should be attainable to hit 14,000 feet. But how are we going to get to 14,000 feet without running out of steam like I did at 14,004 feet? I was supposed to hit so I missed the summit by 223 feet. I was just hitting the wall, but I didn't train. This time we're training, and I'm going to put the rules underneath or with that video I did, so check it out. I'll put a link down below. So if you are wanting a challenge, come with me to Colorado, or at least just train for Colorado. Even if you don't make Colorado, just train with us. We'll be going to Swallow Cliff Stairs at least once a month, probably having a nice hike in a nice or decent vista, as best as you can get with flatlands of Chicago, just to make it exciting. Also once a month, 2 times a month, we'll be training together in a group. Hopefully you can make the majority of them, and break your shoes in, break your boots in, or just come. And then your own hikes individually, just to get in shape. So if you have always wanted an excuse to get out and do stuff, I think in Chicago, it's dark, it's cold, it's slippery, so nobody goes outside, which I really don't believe in. I think you should adapt to the weather. That way you're 365 days a year outside. Because I'll tell you what, your heart, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, they don't care if it's icy outside. They just say, okay, you're not exercising, we're gonna get higher. So it's important to do that stuff all year round. I don't want you falling down like my vice principal I had. He pulverized his side and became all black and blue. Now we got to be careful. So watch your footing, use walking sticks, and sign up for my hiking event. So if this is first time you're finding me, That's my website, Herbal 411. Click on it, see my journey, and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be doing other videos that are meaningless in the next few weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Empowering in the next few weeks, just in case you have somebody that suffers from the same thing. Send it to them and give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.